Tbilisi, capital city of Georgia, has always charmed visitors with local color. Being on the border of Europe and Asia, the city kept an eye on Europe, especially Paris. It was a significant coincidence that in 1912, an exhibition of paintings by the self-taught artist Henri Rousseau opened in Paris, and at the same time, in Tbilisi, in one of the city taverns, some wonderful paintings by an unknown painter were discovered. The artist was Firosmani. Firosmani's name soon became known to more than just the tavern's patrons. He never changed his vagabond lifestyle, which made him a living legend. The exact biographical details of his life have never been established. One of the mysteries of his life is the fact that we don't know for sure either when he was born or when he died. He died homeless, and his grave was never found. Who could have predicted that the homeless painter, Nicola, who often painted murals on tavern walls, would soon be considered a genius and talked about all over the world?
In 1969, an extensive exhibition of the works of Firosmanishvili was held at the Museum of Decorative Arts in Paris. It was a great event for everybody, but above all for Ilyas, who was the first to discover Firosmanishvili in Tbilisi and tried to achieve the artist's recognition by the official fine arts organization. Ilyas told me about this meeting. Together with his brother and his friend Le Dantu, he tracked down as many paintings as possible in the taverns where Firosmani had painted on the black table oilcloths of the bars, and especially many signs and paintings of everyday life.
At the beginning of the century, these taverns were like exhibition halls of Firosmani paintings. But they have been demolished, and nobody knows how many masterpieces perished in the process. It's a pity that nobody will ever see them again. Firosmani's tavern murals have mostly vanished. Only a small part of his paintings have survived, about 200 all in all. But the search goes on. Firosmani's admirers eagerly look for anything painted by him.
Ilyas immediately fell in love with this painter. He saw him as belonging to the artistic movement of the time. He managed to exhibit 4 of his paintings in Moscow in 1913, together with the great painters of the time, Larionov, Goncharova, and others. Kirill and Ilya Zdanevich often spoke to Picasso about Firosmani. He showed him photographs of the canvases that he owned. He had bought as many works as possible from Firosmani, as much out of love for his pictures as to make life easier for him. Firosmani painted a very good portrait of Ilyas as a student, which is in a private collection and unfortunately not my own. Picasso also admired the painter. I remember this very well, so that when the last of Ilyas's books appeared, with the purpose of making Firosmanishvili known, Picasso had done a magnificent engraving on Japanese paper presenting the painter. Fortunately, I have another engraving and I'm delighted to donate it to Georgia.
Paris, 1969. Art lovers catch the first glimpse of Firosmani's works. The paintings of this self-taught genius are exhibited in the Louvre. The exhibition was opened with the participation of the French Legion. French Minister of Culture called the event a high point of contemporary European art. The exhibition was widely discussed in the press. Firosmani was compared to Giotto and was even more highly praised than the French primitivist Henri Rousseau. As if foreseeing this success, famous Russian writer Ilya Ehrenburg wrote in 1922, "The walls of Tbilisi taverns are covered with murals by Firosmani, an unknown painter who is capable of astounding the skeptical Paris." Firosmani felt a mystical connection with Paris. A French cabaret singer, Margarita, was his first and only passionate love, and he painted her extraordinary portrait, actress Margarita. One of the best of Firosmani's paintings, Arsenal Mountain of Night, is now in the private collection of French writer Louis Aragon, who was a great admirer of these works. Another of his paintings, Bear with Cubs, which was smuggled from Georgia in 1980s, is kept in Paris in the private collection of Paris Basmajan. Americans, too, became interested in Firosmani's art. His painting, Woman with Tambourine, which was taken from Russia by Stefan Zweig, is now in a private collection in the USA. Exhibitions of Firosmani's works have been successful all around the world. The majority of his paintings is in the State Museum of Art in Georgia. In 1962, the Courier UNESCO magazine wrote, "The value of this painter is felt in a much wider cultural context than that of Georgia alone. Firosmani belongs to the world art."